Hello my friends and welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this another highly anticipated reaction video. Unfortunately, the video you are watching has been blocked by YouTube. This means the video isn't able to be seen by anyone in its current format, and that format is the entire track being played. Now, we have a way of getting around this, which is chopping the video down so that the track doesn't play for anywhere near as long. By the time this video gets online, the odds are we will have edited it down 3 or 4 times to actually get it to a level where YouTube will allow it to go online. So, there is no real way around this. We've tried appealing and all those sorts of things, but this is the only way of us getting the video up online. So hopefully you can forgive the fact that the tune isn't playing the entire way through. It's going to be a lot more conversation and a lot more of me talking rather than the tune playing. I will leave a link to the original track in the description so you can go and check out the track in full if you do want to do that, but do be aware there will be a lot of talking and a lot of cuts and pauses in this video. Hopefully though you guys can still enjoy, and we'll get into the video now. Let's go. What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of Cub Reacts, as we are up at midnight for a brand new album launch, and that is, of course, the Black Panther Wakanda Forever soundtrack featuring this one from Burna Boy. It goes by the name alone. It's literally just landed. I cannot wait for this film. If you follow the channel, you've seen that we've reacted to a number of the trailers. We've reacted to loads of the bits of the soundtrack, and obviously the full announcement was made earlier for the tracks we could expect on this project, and I'm very excited. We're going to be reacting to a fair few of them over the next week or so, and I'm excited to hear how this one sounds, kind of representing the film, but also seeing how someone like Burna Boy puts their interpretation onto a soundtrack like this, which I'm really excited to see more than anything else. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, of course turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. We've hit 54,000 subscribers as of today, so thank you to each and every one of you who has joined in the last couple of weeks. The journey's been crazy and I cannot thank you all enough, but I'm going to stop waffling and jump right into this one. Let's go.
What you go do when you're feeling like you're falling and you can't find nothing to hold on to?
The intro to this is beautiful because we're getting a really, again, emotive sort of sense of what Burna Boy is going to be talking about. Very stripped back and minimal, literally focusing on a very kind of metallic sounding guitar string. Again, I don't know the instrument off by heart, but there's a very metallic sounding kind of plucked string which is playing the majority of this. There's some slight kind of atmospherics going on in the background, but this is purely about the kind of earthiness of Burna's vocal just to kick us off. What a wicked intro. Let's go.
I
love hearing it when his voice has that kind of emotive tremor. And Burna is one of the best at doing that, interpreting the idea of what kind of emotion can be within a tune more than anything else. He's so good at kind of taking it to this different plateau. And Black Panther as a film, the first one at least, was a film that did allow you to kind of do that. It took you to different levels of different kind of emotional plateaus as you watched it, different storylines, and obviously different kind of almost thought processes the entire time. Burna is interpreting that so well across this intro. Are you hearing these harmonies, man? It's absolutely crazy the level these harmonies are going to. We're literally just hearing Burna on Burna on Burna on Burna, and it is pure fire. And I'm not going to say pardon the pun because it's true. That's literally what it is. There's a lot of kind of imagery in the trailers of this kind of feeling of tragedy, obviously surrounding the passing of Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace, of course. I always say this, he's the only celebrity that has ever kind of passed, and I've shed a tear over. Whether that makes me cold or not, I don't know, but it just hit me kind of differently. And seeing obviously how much of the film is going to kind of rotate around Chadwick Boseman's passing. You can hear that in this as a recording. It's mad. I've got to say, the instrumental structure on this is stunning as well. We're literally drifting through, I want to say, a combination again of that metallic string sound. I'm sure there's going to be a specific instrument. It is, and it's not guitar, so my apologies for not knowing that off the top of my head. But it's definitely kind of conveying that almost kind of, I don't know how to describe it best. It just has this like very specific kind of emotive ring in the way it's being played. On top of that, of course, you've got the bass line down below, which is very moody. And then on top of that as well, you have got this kind of combination of percussion and shakers and all these different things that are just doing like little bits, just kind of going, we're moving forward, we're moving forward. It's mad how much is actually going on within this.
for my body,
As the tunes progressed as well, we're hearing more and more of this emotive side. It's getting more and more intense. You can hear a lot of the kind of atmospherics and stuff are slowly pitching up. We're moving towards something. I feel this is going to be a tune in the film itself, I suppose, in the actual screening, that's going to be like almost like an emotive kind of, almost like a moment of resolution, a moment of kind of realizing something's going on and then moving towards what's going to happen next. That's definitely what it feels like. And I'm just blown away by Burna's voice, man. It's amazing to hear him in this context.
don't leave me, don't leave me.
Those strings just appearing at that moment, obviously the intensity increasing in the actual tune. Like, you'd call this a drop. It's not a drop. We're nearly 2.5 minutes into the tune. Like, that isn't what this is. This is a crescendo. In cinematic terms, this is literally the moment, like, a resolution is reached and you kind of hit that kind of impactful moment. And it's beautiful. I love the fact that this tune does have such a kind of slow, almost methodical build-up, and then we end up in this mad crescendo in the middle. The drums intensify, the bass line intensifies, all of those little different kind of rhythmic elements all just go to the next level up. You get the strings bringing that emotion above. This is stunning, and Burna's vocal is just absolutely spectacular as well. Let's go. Just thinking, like, I've stayed up to midnight to review this one, and then obviously we're going to get into the CK tune, the Fireboy DML tune. There's a couple of Rema tunes on there as well. We're going to get into a lot of tracks reviewing off this album, but if any of them hit emotionally, in their compositional value, their arrangement, their kind of relevance to the soundtrack as this one does, there's a strong case to be made for this being one of the strongest actual soundtracks to a film ever. We know the first Black Panther has an incredible soundtrack as well. Like, it genuinely is up there with one of the best Marvel soundtracks at the very least. But this is mind-blowingly good from Burna, man. It's a different side to him, and I love hearing him in this band. Just the way this is building up. You can hear there's almost like these kind of shrill cries going on in the background. So I don't know whether it's like talking woodwind or whether it's actual vocal cries that are being kind of looped in and overdubbed with everything else. The strings are just on a different level. The way they're being kind of delicately laced, they're kind of quivering their way through the mix. You then layer that together with that stunning bass line, which is just intensifying. The drums themselves are going more and more crazy as it progresses. Burna's vocal, the harmonies that we're hearing off that, this is stunning, man. This is truly, truly stunning. Let's let it run through to the end. So good. So good. The sounds of Burna Boy, this one alone, an official addition to the Wakanda Forever soundtrack. You know we had to stay up till midnight just to get this one done, so that you guys are able to check it out as well. Oh my word, Burna Boy is such a special artist when we hear him in this kind of bag, this emotional bag. Love Domini did have a few emotional tunes on there, like How Bad Could It Be, for instance. That's a tune that really got to me. Now, again, lyric-wise, isn't necessarily the reason that I'm attracted to this one as a kind of emotive piece. The composition is what's doing it. Burna's vocals, the kind of the almost desperation you hear in his vocals, and obviously the topic about being alone in there as well. You can hear that kind of element. You do get desperate when you're on your own, and you can hear his interpretation of that. And then obviously how this is going to interpret itself into the film, I don't know. I'm so excited for it as a movie, and as I said before, if this is where we're going with the soundtrack, then boy, we're in for a nutty cinematic experience. Hats off to Burna, killing it as always. Fantastic return following on, of course, from Love the Meanie a few months ago. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments section down below. I'm really keen to hear your thoughts on this one and how you think the film is going to be. As always, as well, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Them sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a bright and proud.
Yes, it's Kovu, stay locked. Cooktown TV.
Your boy Slim Oldfit right here, and you're locked on to the best breakfast with man like Kovu.
Yo, this is Aaron Glitch and you're tuning to the sounds of Kovu right now. You already know the thing. Bad boy selector. Alright, let's go.